Hey guys, I'm Shanice and this is my channel. I don't think lots of you have been here before, so welcome to everybody basically. So, a little background about me. I'm an international student. I'm currently studying in Warsaw, Poland, and I'm studying finance and accounting. I was born in Zimbabwe and I grew up in South Africa. And today we're going to be talking about the cost of living as an international student in Warsaw. So, stick with me. I work and I study, so it's very, very important to have like a good public transport system for me to get to point A to point B as cheap as possible. I pay 55 zloty for my transport card, which allows me to go on any public transport for the full month. So that's metros, trams, buses. 55 for the month, and if you're not a student, you'd have to pay 110 zloty a month basically to get that card, which is pretty much fair if I think about it. The public transport is almost always on time, and it's way better than taking a taxi. I remember taking taxis, it was not always fun, okay? And it's way cheaper than taking an Uber. So I really like that system that they have in place. It's super, super efficient. And like I said, I'm a working student. So for my tuition fees, I paid 3,400 zloty per year. So that's like 1,700 per semester. It's kind of pricey. Did I say zloty? I hope I didn't say zloty. I mean euros. 3,400 euros. Yeah. It's a lot of money. It's very expensive. But it's worth it, I think. You just need to make sure that you pass so you're not repeating anything. And some courses are a little bit more expensive and some are a little bit cheaper. Now, onto the real expense. Groceries. Okay, groceries can be expensive, but it also really depends on your lifestyle. So if you're the type of person that likes eating like super fancy, organic, whole foods, I don't know, bougie, what's that people be eating, you can spend upwards of 1,000 zloty a month on groceries. That's how much some people spend. But if you're just like a normal person who likes eating normal food, you spend a little bit less than that. I typically spend around 600 to 700 zloty a month on groceries, and that's just to eat what I want to eat. So all my basic foods, the rice, maize meal, meat, yeah. But I usually shop weekly, so like I try to keep it under 100 zloty weekly. It's usually 50 to 80 zloty weekly, depending on what I want to eat that week. But yeah, it's really not expensive. It's not too terrible. It can get pricey also, but it's not terrible. And if you're shopping like Carrefour, it's more expensive. But if you're shopping in like Biedronka or Lidl, those are cheaper. And I think your biggest expense is going to be meat. Like, meat is expensive everywhere, but I feel like meat, especially beef in Poland, is pretty pricey. So yeah, stick to the chicken. You'll be fine. And then we also have a little thing called żabka. So żabka is what I consider spaza. It's a very expensive spaza, but you'll find them on every little corner. Anywhere you turn in a 50-meter radius, you'll find a żabka there. Very convenient, slightly pricey, but it's cool. And then we have the restaurants. So you can expect to spend anywhere between 70 zloty plus, depending on what you're eating, to have like a full meal. So like a small full meal, 70 zloty, you'll be fine. And there's many options to choose from. You can eat Polish food, Asian food, African food, American food, whatever you feel like having. There are definitely options here in Warsaw, which is the capital. So if you're staying in the capital, obviously you have more options. But yeah, I typically spend between 70 and 150 a month. And then when it comes to entertainment, there are also lots of options. You can go spend time in Old Town. You can go to concerts. You can go to arcades. You can go to the club. You can go to bars. You can go like to museums. There are so many things to do in Warsaw. I haven't even gotten to half of it, but definitely budget for it, like at least 200 zloty a month. And then when it comes to maintenance, your hair, your nails, your body lotions and shampoos and shower gels and all that, they're not that expensive. Toiletries are expensive everywhere. I remember this game was not fun, okay? But toiletries are expensive everywhere, but it's not terrible. I spend the most money on my hair, but I do it myself, so it's a little bit cheaper. But it can be hard to get the right hair piece that you want. So you need to be like getting from other countries. And you can pay like 500 zloty for braids, which is pretty expensive. And lastly, like I mentioned 30 billion times throughout this video, I stay in Warsaw, which is the capital, which means rent is a little bit more expensive. So you can spend a lot of money on rent if you're not careful. If you stay in a shared apartment, I think you should start by budgeting for about 1,500 zloty a month for rent. And if you want to stay in like a little bachelor's, you can be paying 2,300 zloty plus. And if you want to stay in like your own full apartment, that's usually 4,000 zloty plus, not 400. God, I wish. 4,000 zloty plus. But if you're working here, the money is not that hard to put together. You just need to be clever and budget very well. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it was informative and gave you all some information and some insights. If you liked the video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's like become a kilo family or whatever. Lord, that's so cringe. But anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you're planning to move to Poland, drop it in the comments. I hope this is the comments. I'll drop it in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys want to see. Let me know what you want from me. What do you want from me? Let me know in the comments below. Till next time. Bye.